welcome to this Mark's Reviews and Tutorials video. Today we're going to take this floppy, soft, bit useless beanbag and top it up with some refill beans. I've got some suppliers for refill beans. Have a look at the links in the corner where you can get them sent to you. But no, sorry, not the links in the corner. Have a look in the links in the description. Now, to get these apart, the first thing you'll find, there will be a zip in it. But if you pull on that zip for safety reasons, like you don't want your kids having the beans all coming out, they actually need a safety pin put in them in order to unzip the zip. So you put a safety pin in like that, you just go through where the little zipper handle would normally be, and it pulls on the little safety mechanism, and then you can unzip it. Now this beanbag, being very clever, also has an inner in it, an inner slot here, which has yet again another zip. So you need another safety pin. If you don't have a safety pin, you can actually just use a small nail or a pin. You'll just have to be careful that you don't prick yourself, obviously. So again, another safety pin in here, and then we'll unzip that, and then you get yourself in a place, and just be prepared for the fact there's going to be some spillage. What happens with the beans, the beads inside, have a look at this one here. You see, they go quite flat. So this one hasn't lost any of its beads, it's just that they've gone really, really flat. So it needs to be topped up. So we're going to unzip this. We're going to then lift up this part, which is like a filling tube. So we'll shake all the beans out of that. And then we're going to cut off a corner on the refill bag. We're going to keep it really small. It's much slower and more painstaking, but it's the way to not end up with beans everywhere. So we're going to cut about 3 inches, so about 7.5 centimeters or 3 inches back. We're going to cut across the corner and then start to fill into that bag. I'll give you a hand at this point. Just hold it up nice and high, and if you look inside there, there's a huge big cavern for us to fill. So now if we just bury that in and tip, just going nice and slow. Look at that, in they go. Then you just keep on doing that until she's full to the top. But the big tip's cut a little hole in the bag. Do it when you've got some help. And have safety pins on hand. Whoop, stop please. There we go. Have safety pins on hand so that you can undo those zips. As we shake that down, look at that. They've all gone inside. That's nice and full. I think we should go for it for the rest. So, because I don't want a bag of beans. If you've got another bean bag, you can put some in that maybe. But we'll top the rest up, get them all in. An old comparison. Have a look at the size of the old ones that are in there. A lot of them were just squashed pancake flat, but a lot smaller. So obviously something's happened to them, that they're no longer full, but the beanbag's nice and full now. I'll zip it all up and get it ready. Do this when the kids are home and around if you want to have a lot of fun, because it feels awesome and it is fantastic. Don't do it when the kids are home if you don't want to make a mess. So we just do up the two zips, did up the inner one and poked it down, do up this one, safety pin out, make sure she's up nice and tight, and then, look at that, it's like a little ball again. Oh, she's even a little bit too tight at the moment, but I know that'll give. It's good. Yeah, it was a bit tight. You definitely get to determine how tight your beanbag's going to be. Like I filled it right to the top, shook it down, then topped off the bag so it was ultra full. We're now probably 2 weeks on, and you can sit in it now. It's starting to come into shape, but it's been pretty uncomfortable and too hard for a while. So if you don't want to wait it out, I would be putting less beanbags in. I don't have a great place to store them where we are here. So you can either, as I said, put them in another bag or keep them for later. But you get to choose how many beans you put in. You can see if you fill it right to the top, it'll end up really full. And if you do it less, it'll come up looser. Some people also may choose to take the old beans out, but that's just going to make a mess and more landfill. So I was happy to leave them in there. And our beanbag is now back in use and a lot more comfortable than what it was. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like these helpful videos.